I am as confident that I will be finishing within 4, 5 or 4:10. Okay, so this person wants to know English language and he is a Russian. Okay, so interlanguage is in between Russian and English language. Yeah, so we have got the idea. Okay, and this interlanguage, that is a theory, that is a different and unique language system that is developed, and that is not developed in the process of learning second language. Okay, so it is not quite similar to the first language, and at the same time it is not quite similar to the second language. So it is a different, and that system was developed, that was proposed by Larry Selinker, Professor Emeritus of the University of Michigan. Okay, so he is the proponent. Okay, so and he has done this in his article that is published in 1972. Okay, so interlanguage is a separate language system based on the observable output. Output means that output not only be in speaking, that can also be in writing. So that output is an observable output, that just like Korim eat rice. Okay, so observable output, and that can be presented in both speaking and written output. Okay, yes, and that is a separate language system evidenced with the adult second language learner spontaneously express meaning using a language they are not in the process of learning. So a different language system, that is called interlanguage. Interlanguage, why such interlanguage creates? Okay, so what is that I have said, that is the overgeneralization. Overgeneralization means understanding minimum rules and tries to apply these rules in all aspects. That is called overgeneralization. And also the learning strategy. One learner's learning strategy is different from other learner. Okay, so one learner may be different in pronouncing a words and also using the rules he has learned of the target language. যে ভাষা শিখতে যাচ্ছেন সেখানকার রোল সবাই একইভাবে শিখবেন, কিন্তু শেখানোর পরে যখন আউটপুট করতে যাবেন এক একজনের ক্ষেত্রে এক একজনটা ডিফারেন্ট হয়। যখন ডিফারেন্ট হয় তখনই তারা ডিফারেন্ট ইন্টারল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ ক্রিয়েট করে। ওকে, language transfer. So language transfer means, that means what you have in your brain, that means your first language, you will be borrowing many patterns of your first language in case of learning or producing your target language. That is called language transfer. Transfer of training. Transfer of training means, okay, most probably you have got the idea of drilling. Okay, and for this reason you know that is such kind of previous training you may apply for learning a different language. So that training might not be applicable for the language you are learning. আপনি ফ্রেঞ্চ শিখছেন, আপনি হয়তো ইটালিয়ান শিখছেন ড্রিলিং এর মাধ্যমে, তারপরে আপনি ওই ড্রিলিং এর পদ্ধতিটাকে ব্যবহার করতে যাচ্ছেন ফরাসি ভাষা শেখার ক্ষেত্রে, কিন্তু সেটা সেই ভাষা শেখার ক্ষেত্রে ব্যবহৃত নাও হতে পারে। আর যখন না হয় তখন a unique different language system is produced, and that is called interlanguage strategies for communication. Okay, for this reason that interlanguage is created. Okay, and this is called the overgeneralization. That is the pattern found in a long language being learned, transfer from the pattern, and fossilization. That is another term. Fossilization, that means the phenomenon of the learner's language ceasing to develop. Fossilization means, that means fossil, you know? অনেক দিন ধরে যেটা একই রকম ভাবে রয়ে গেছে। ঠিক আছে, ঠিক একইভাবে যদি লার্নার বিকামস ডিমোটিভেটেড এবং লার্নার্সের মধ্যে যদি কনফিডেন্ট না থাকে, তখন এক পর্যায়ে লার্নার হলো চেষ্টা করা ছেড়ে দেয়। যেই ভাষা যদি উনি জানেই যে চাইনিজ ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজে, মান্দারিন ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজে 7,000 সিম্বল আছে, এটা শুনেই যদি সে ডিমোটিভেটেড হয়ে যায়, তখন তার ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ লার্নিংটা ডেভেলপ করে না, যেই জায়গায় আছে সেই জায়গায় থাকে যায়। এই স্টেজটাকে বলা হয় ফসিলাইজেশন। ওকে, দ্যাট মিনস ফসিলাইজেশন ইজ দ্য phenomenon of the learner, especially the second language learner, ceasing to develop. That means language learning of the learner will not be developed anymore. That is called fossilization, and that will always be created in the process of learning second language. Overgeneralization, we have talked about overgeneralization. Okay, so and that is called language transfer, you know, positive transfer and negative transfer. Positive transfer in case of phonemic language, the language totally, in case of Hindi and Bangla, we see that means several patterns are totally similar. In that case, Bangla language might be the positive effect in case of learning Hindi language. Even Arabic language might have the positive effect for learning Urdu language. Okay, and Farsi language. Okay, so first language might have positive transfer or negative transfer, and these are the thing. So thank you very much. So we can conclude in such a way, interlanguage is an in-between language.